guys, welcome back to the channel.
Howdy.
Wiley's in a food coma.
I am. So, we went to church today, and some friends of ours, church, offered us to go out to, I don't even know the name of that restaurant, do you?
Mexico Lindo.
Mexico Lindo?
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
the name of it. It's across the street from the post office in Boonville. Oh my gosh.
Wow, guys. I'm like, that's a very good place to eat. And very, very reasonable in price.
It's like about $10 a plate.
Yeah.
Which is awesome in today's economy. I mean, you can't get a meal at McDonald's for under $10.
And needless to
So-
say, I mean, everybody has their own opinions, I guess, whenever it comes to salsa and stuff like that. But their salsa was excellent. I couldn't stop eating it. I eat way too much.
Their guac was great.
They also ordered, some, I guess, as an appetizer, pretty much,
and
a big bowl of guac.
Usually when you go, you order guacamole at a restaurant, I mean, you're paying $5-10 for, one of those little plastic salsa deals of guacamole. This was like a big old bowl.
Massive bowl. It was a lot of guac.
Oh,
yes.
man, it was so good.
And
It was so good.
I really shouldn't have even ordered a meal.
Yeah, we were full before the food even
But
got there.
then the meal got there, and I eat all of it too, and I can't hardly move, guys.
I brought half mine home to Amber because I felt bad. Well, also, I couldn't eat it all, so. I probably could have, but then I would have been
Like me.
miserable like
Yeah.
Wiley.
I should have known better.
Yeah.
I should have just packed it up straight off the plate whenever it came. But it was good.
Was so good.
It was really good.
So good.
Yes.
It was so good.
Yes.
Yum. Yeah, so good service at church today. How'd you feel about the service at church today, Wiley?
Same as always. I mean, the pastor is just, I don't know. I mean, there's something about him that just makes me feel like he's
Anointed.
my kind of people.
Yeah.
And he's just an awesome pastor.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, he
So,
really is.
Wiley and I, if you guys have been around for a while, Wiley and I used to share a lot more about our faith. And we used to share, the ministry that we had in Oklahoma where we fed the homeless. So those videos weren't interesting to watch, but if you go back and watch a lot of our really early videos, you'd see that we have big hearts and we love to give. And honestly, I don't know how we survived.
No.
Because we both quit our jobs to serve God, and it worked. It worked. I get a little emotional talking about it, honestly. But I think maybe that's also because I'm getting to that age where I think I'm like, fixing to start menopause.
Menopausal.
So I'm getting a little extra emotional at the dumbest things. But yeah, so it was a really good church service today. I'm really, really excited because we have, I miss serving people. I miss it so much. Part of me hates stupid people. And it makes me want to stay in my own little bubble out here in the woods where it's just us and our family, and the only shenanigans we've really got to deal with are the kids and whatever ugly comments that we get. But my heart is in service, guys, and I miss it so much. And I had mentioned it to the pastor, and he's already fixing to put us to work, so I'm really happy about that.
Yeah.
There's an event coming up in October. It's a kids event. I don't even know. It's kind of, I don't want to get it wrong, but the way I understand it, it's kind of like a revival for kids.
I guess I'll call you and say at the library.
Why? Just go to a magazine and get gas.
You sure you don't need anything else?
Yeah,
No, we already went to Walmart and stuff earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael just likes to drive, and Boonville's further.
Right.
So he's always looking for an excuse to go to Boonville. But anyway, yeah. And I'm really hoping that we get an opportunity to serve at that thing in October. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. This church that we've been going to is a really small church. They've been around for, I don't know, I think he said for about 10 years, and it's funny because they just started building a new church. It's going to be much bigger, and I feel like we're kind of getting in on the ground floor, even though we're kind of late to the party.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's been so long since I was actually Jenkins. It's been dang dog. It's been so long since I've actually been like excited to go to church. You know, I had been taking the kids to another church here in Boonville, and it was okay. You know, I didn't feel like I was being fed what I needed to hear. I didn't feel that. I don't know. There's a feeling you get when you feel like you're at home somewhere, and the pastor here is amazing. The people here are amazing, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it.
It's because there's a few people there that has the same crazy as she's got.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know who you are.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so today the pastor was talking about witness wear, actually. He told everybody to kind of wear your favorite, like, Christian-based t-shirt today. And he was talking about how important it is to witness to people. And I see this in the world where I've seen stats that say that there are more people flocking to the church in the past couple of years than there have been in the last several decades. Like, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. There is something happening, guys. And while we watch TV and we see all the ugly in the world and the mainstream media only shows you all of the murder and the bad things that are happening, there's so much good going on. And so I challenge you guys. Do me a favor and leave a comment. Tell me about an uplifting story. I would absolutely love to hear your testimony. And someday I'll share mine with you guys. But right now I'm kind of emotional, so y'all would just see me.
Even when she's not emotional, she gets very emotional whenever she's talking about it. So yeah.
It's pretty powerful. So anyway, Wiley, what else?
And the whole serving people, you know, I'm the same way. I absolutely, if I was a rich man and could afford to do everything for free for everybody all the time, believe me, guys, that's what I'd be doing.
And sorry, go ahead. I've got something to add to that, but go ahead.
You know, a lot of this, what we're doing, whenever buying this dump trailer, buying the attachments for the tractor, all of that stuff, I hope to work into serving people more when I can. But, you know, unfortunately, that takes a lot of money.
Yeah. But what I was going to say about that is, going back to how I started out with this whole conversation, is that I don't know how we survived for years, guys, for years. I was a letter carrier with the post office. Wiley did dirt work. Between the two of us, we made a decent living. I mean, we were doing pretty well financially. I mean, of course, we were still wise with our money. We didn't drive brand new cars or live in a big fancy house in a gated community or anything like that. I mean, and we still didn't go out to eat all the time. We were still good stewards of our resources, but we didn't have to worry about anything, you know? And then we served dinner to the homeless on Christmas Day. Our first Christmas together.
Yeah.
You keep going.
So the younger kids, Emily, Hunter, and Lily, was gone to their dad's for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And so Mikey was the only one at home. And
all of Wiley's kids were grown.
Oh, yeah,
so
all my kids are grown and gone. So Mikey was the only one at home. And, you know, instead of we talked about it, and we was like, you know, why make a big deal out of it at home? You know, why make a big dinner for us at home? Let's find something we can do, you know, to spend our time better, I guess. I don't know what to say.
We just kind of, so we found an opportunity on Facebook.
Yeah.
We were looking for something to do for Christmas for somebody else. And we came across a Facebook post where they were looking for volunteers to serve Christmas dinner at the local rescue mission. And that's how it got started.
Yep.
That's not where my walk with God started, or where Wiley's walk with God started. But that's where he stole our hearts.
Took our path in a totally different route. Really.
Yeah, not something that we had ever planned on doing. Actually, when I was younger, I always said that if I could, I would spend all my time helping other people. If I didn't have to work to make a living, I would spend all my time helping other people. And then Christmas Day came, and we served, and we had just butchered a pig, so we had, fresh meat, and we donated a big ham, cooked it up, and we served. And when we left that day, our hearts were on fire, to say the least. And we were like, oh my gosh, this is something we have to do more. Starting the very next week, we found I believe it was a group for recovering addicts, like a AA meeting or an NA meeting.
That just happened to be in the same building we had volunteered for the Christmas dinner thing.
Yeah. And then it started there, and that lasted for a little while. And then, well, I'm trying to stay on track here because it all kind of gets mixed up. But by New Year's Day, I had quit my job. I knew that God was calling me into service. And it was scary because that was half of our income, But, like I said, we lived frugally, so we knew we could make it on one income. It was fine. And then also, kind of, COVID led to that. The kids were in and out of school a lot, and with all the vaccine mandates and stuff, I decided that I wanted to homeschool. So, as soon as I quit my job, I pulled the kids out of school, and I've been homeschooling ever since. And boy, am I glad that I have, because after looking at school statistics lately, our kids are so much better off not being a part of the public school system. That's a whole different topic, so we won't go down that rabbit hole right now. Not in this video. But anyway, so come May, Wiley was planning on quitting his job by the end of the following year. Come May, he quit his job. Like, within 6 months of each other, we both quit our jobs. And for several years, up until we moved here, I don't know how we did it. Of course, we did odd jobs. Yeah. But it was never, we didn't have to work for anybody else. Our needs were met. I say all the time that if God gives you a job, he's going to give you the tools and resources to get the job done. So, Wiley's talking about how if he could do this stuff all the time, if he was a rich man. Wiley, we've done it before.
I know we have. Well, I mean, yeah, there's more going into that than you're not talking about. So I don't want to go on there on camera. But
I feel like since we've moved here, even though I feel like God kind of called us to this area, for what reason yet, I still don't know. But we've listened to other people, and of course we've taken a back seat on the whole serving others because we have bills to pay. When we were in Oklahoma, we had our land paid off. Here we have a land payment.
See, that's what I was talking about.
And not too long ago, we just financed this dump trailer and the equipment to go with it. So our bills are higher now than they were then. But I still think it's possible. Not saying that we don't ever want to work or we don't ever want to get paid for jobs. Because, unfortunately, hope and a prayer doesn't always pay the bills. Or put food on the table, but
I would definitely be like to be able to do more for people in need, So I don't know where to go with that, how to say that really, but I mean without sounding weird, but I have to use my stuff to make money, but I want to be able to use myself stuff to make money to be able to help people in need also, you know. Yeah.
Use our connections and resources to bless other people too.
Right.
So it's not about self-serving or about glorification or claiming that we're better than people, or it's not about any of that. It's about the feeling that you get inside your heart when you do something for somebody else and don't expect anything in return.
Absolutely.
That is what I miss. Like, and call me selfish, but I miss that feeling. Like, God, give me a job, because I miss feeling that closeness to Him.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm an emotional mess, Wiley. But, so, the pastor today, his name's Ricky, so Pastor Ricky today was talking about witnessing to people and how the world needs more of it. We're not here to preach. We're not here to pretend that we're perfect. In fact, the slogan of our church is an imperfect people serving a perfect God. I love that so much.
Yes.
You can love God and serve God without being a perfect person. He knows you, He knows your heart, and you don't have to be perfect to do good. And even if you do good today and you mess up tomorrow, guess what? He's going to love you anyway. The biggest thing is you just got to dust yourself off and jump back on the bandwagon. And something he said, when I was first starting out, he said, I didn't know the Bible. He said, how was I supposed to preach to people? I didn't know what the Bible said. And he didn't grow up in a religious family. And but he was saying all I could do was tell others about about what God has done for me and continues to do in my life. And that is something that I want to shift more towards. Because what you focus on most is what you worship. And so and something I've noticed in our lives is that because we have more bills now, more of our focus goes towards how are we going to make money to make ends meet. Logical, right? We're not expecting anybody else to pay our bills or without us having to work for it and earn it. It's not about that. It's about loving other people. And, and I'm sure most of you out there have a story in your life about how a miracle that you witnessed happened or something along those lines. And I'd love to hear about it. So if you guys wouldn't mind leaving a comment, I don't care if it's long, I will read the whole dang book. But I don't know what else to say. I know I have more. I just don't know how to turn it into words, guys. You got anything to say, Wiley, while I'm collecting my thoughts?
Not really. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
We've all witnessed miracles, guys. And you don't have to be a pastor or a preacher or have memorized scripture to be a witness. All you have to do is tell people, be consistent, be authentic, and tell people how God's working in your life or how He's worked in lives of those around you or in your community. And it sounds like the kids are having a good time. Laughter is the best medicine, y'all. So yeah, I don't know. I was in the middle of a rant and got sidetracked. But I feel like since we've moved here, that's what I was going to say. You can only have one master. And if all you're ever worried about is how you're going to make that next dollar, you're not taking time to pay attention to what's going on around you and thank God for the blessings that He's bestowed upon you. And even in hard times, it's when you can't think of anything positive, well, it could be raining, or at least it's not flooding, or at least it's not snowing, or at least it's not 115 degrees outside. You know, there's a silver lining to everything. And when you shift your focus from your problems to your blessings, it changes your entire mindset. And once you get really good at it, it shifts your perspective so much, and you get this overwhelming peace that you're almost unshakable. Like, there have been times in my life where roadblocks have been thrown up in our way, or, you know, bad things have happened, and I'm just at peace because I know how the story ends, guys. Knowing that, you know, it'll work out. It'll work out. And how many times did that save us?
A lot.
A lot. You
Yeah.
know? In our ministry in Oklahoma, it was primarily funded by us and our odd jobs.
We did get some help from a lot of you guys.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of our followers.
A lot of our subscribers would send us $5, $10, $20 or whatever to help out with a meal.
And there was a few that, I mean, actually supplied
the whole meal.
the whole meal, yes.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we were serving, I mean, you guys have seen my grocery shopping video. I'm a master grocery shopper, okay? I'm a master dollar stretcher. And,
now, mind you, this was before COVID.
or I didn't know, this was after COVID.
Oh, no, this was after COVID.
Yeah, this was after COVID. Yeah.
During
So,
COVID,
during
really.
COVID, after COVID.
But anyway, a few years ago, let's put it that way.
Prices weren't as high as they are now, but we would buy things when they were on sale, and we could serve a pork chop, like a whole pork chop, with mashed potatoes and a side of corn, and like a homemade yeast roll for about $1 per person.
Yep. We were serving over 100 people, and I mean, that may be. We were serving over 100 people, and usually it was $125 to $150 per week is what we was spending on food. Yeah. So.
And I mean, that adds up $150 per week, guys. That's about what our grocery budget was to feed our family.
Yeah.
And we could feed 100 and some odd people with that.
Right.
And it just goes to show that it's not about money, it's about shopping smart. And, you know, the whole story in the Bible about Jesus feeding 10,000 people with a couple loaves of bread and a few fish. And that's kind of what I felt like we were doing. Somehow, there was times that we would wake up in the morning to go cook that meal and not know what we were going to make, not know how we were going to buy the food. We were just going to dig around in the pantry and see what we could find and figure out what we could do with it. And we'd be about at the grocery store and get a notification that somebody sent us $50.
Yep.
And that bought the meat that we needed.
So she's saying this in, I mean, I don't know. For some reason, it just don't feel real. But I'm going to tell you guys, that exact thing happened to us more than once.
Like,
to where
a lot of times
we would go, let's just say we had a case of tomato sauce.
Yeah.
And like one bag of
rice or something.
Or spaghetti, spaghetti noodles. And we're like, okay, this one case of potato sauce and this one bag of spaghetti,
God, you're going to have to multiply it.
Is going to have to make something. It's just going to have to make something.
Because even when we didn't know how it was going to work, we still got up that morning, got in the car, and
headed
drove
that
to
way.
town.
Yes, it was every Wednesday for almost 3 years. I mean, we done this every Wednesday. We never missed a Wednesday.
Never missed a Wednesday.
But going back to what I was saying, literally, more than once. One time in particular, I remember we grabbed a case of tomato sauce and one bag of spaghetti noodles. And was like, we're going to make it work. The church has this little pantry that we was serving at. And maybe we can go in and get a couple more bags of spaghetti noodles. And whether it's just noodles and sauce, what the heck? or tomato sauce.
It's better than a peanut butter and
better
jelly
than
sandwich.
nothing. Yes,
or better than nothing.
So we get this case of tomato sauce, and we get this bag of spaghetti, and we go put it in the car, and we head to town, and literally sitting at the stoplight at Highway 177 and Hardesty Road, which is about a quarter of a mile from the grocery store. My phone goes ding, and I look at it, and there was $100 somebody had sent us on.
So guess what? They got garlic bread and meat in their spaghetti.
Garlic bread, meat.
We probably even did salad too.
Yeah, but that happened more than once. That one time particular stands out in my mind. I remember exactly how it happened. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way it works.
And then there was another time we were in the checkout line, and I remember thinking that we were spending our electric bill money to make this meal happen. And we're like, well, we'll just figure it out. We got to do this. We'll just figure it out. And then, we had a whole bunch of chicken or pork chops or something. It was a whole bunch of meat. That's all we had was meat. And we were paying for it. And the person in line behind us said, dang, that's a lot. What are y'all doing? And we're like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We serve this meal on Wednesdays. And I kid you not, they handed us $40 towards it.
Yep.
And that covered most of it.
Yep.
And it just, God works in mysterious ways, guys. And it's all about having unwavering faith. Even in the face of adversity, even when you don't know how it's going to work out, just believe that God's got your back. If it's in His will, He's got you. And that got us through several years like that.
Sure did. Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta be honest, we feel like we've strayed from that path a little bit over the last year or so since we've gotten here, and yeah.
So we're on a journey to get back.
Right.
Get back to our faith. Get back to our roots. Get back to serving others, and get back to trusting God that He'll make sure it all works out. So, if you guys missed it, last week was it, or the week before? Wiley lost his job.
Yeah. And
it was never meant to be a full-time job anyway. It was supposed to just be something here and there that kind of filled the gaps when we needed it, But it was kind of our safety net.
Yeah.
And now our safety net's gone. And sometimes bad things happen, but for a good reason. With Wiley being gone all the time, things aren't getting done around here. I've got to admit, it's kind of put a wedge between us, because we used to work together every single day. We spent every minute of every single day together. May sound strange to you guys, but we've never even had an argument. Ever. We may disagree on things time to time, but we've never gotten mad at each other.
Yeah.
And that's something awesome. But I really feel like that was pulling you away from what we are supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was nice because it was pretty good money. But if you're chasing money, you're not chasing God. You can't have two masters.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying earlier, is that whatever you focus the most on is what rules your life. And so if you're focusing on chasing that dollar, you're not focusing on your faith.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, some of our YouTube friends around here are like, don't worry, Wiley, we'll keep you busy. And so we'll have work here and there. But our margins are already razor thin. And then not having that steady income is a little scary.
Well, not that it was really steady income. I mean, because I could sit here at the house for weeks and not hear a word.
Right, I guess it wasn't. That was the wrong word, but it was nice to have that occasionally, knowing that if we were a little bit short here or there, that was there if we needed it.
It was kind of a buffer.
Yeah, a buffer, safety net. But, everything will be okay. Everything will work out just fine.
Yep.
So.
One way or the other.
One way or the other. Yeah. If it's in God's will, it'll work out.
You know, we've been putting them through this for 30 minutes now.
That's okay. If they don't like it, they can click off and go watch something else. But, yeah, so someday I'll share my testimony with you guys. It's pretty strong. Makes me cry. Makes me cry thinking about it. But it was amazing. Yeah. And I'm glad I have that story to tell. So, anywho, yeah, Wiley's right. It's like 31 minutes in.
Yeah.
So, I was like, come on, Wiley, let's go talk to the people for like 15 minutes. Those good old Southern goodbyes, you know, that take a couple hours to say bye. But anyway, yeah. Got anything else to add?
I think I'm good.
Alright, guys, I think that's a wrap for today, but now that Wiley's home, maybe we can start making more,
Videos.
yeah, videos
Yeah.
for y'all. And even if they're just rambling stuff.
So
but
keep an eye out on my channel, guys. Look,
Oh,
you
yeah.
see all the stuff in the back of my trailer right here.
It's not for us. He's not building me
no,
anything.
it's not for
I
us.
still haven't made time on his calendar.
But, yeah, a little job that I'm getting to do. So,
we were gonna set posts on the roof for camp today, but we didn't get home from church till like 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And 3:30 or so, and then I feel like I ran into everybody I know in Arkansas at Walmart earlier. And it's Sunday. It should be a day of rest, so Wiley might get back to work on this build that he's working on in the morning. And we've got to re-drill a bunch of our holes for camp because they refilled.
Yeah. But they'll be super easy and go super fast, so
Yeah,
it ain't no big deal.
we should be able to do that
Yeah.
in, you know, a fraction of the time that it took before. So, anyway, guys, yeah, we're going to go enjoy some time with the kids. And I'm going to get this video out to y'all ASAP. But we love
You
y'all.
mean that's possible?
Yeah.
Enjoy time with the kids?
Yeah, they're down there laughing. That means they're in a good mood.
Yeah, right.
We got to enjoy it while it lasts.
Right,
Actually, we took the little 3 to church this morning. The bigger ones either weren't out of bed yet or didn't want to go. And we went out to lunch. Our friends took us out to lunch. And the kids have been amazing today.
Yes, they have.
The little ones, like, I really, really have to appreciate, you know, go back to, like, appreciating things. You really have to appreciate those days when there's no bickering or arguing or fighting over things. And today is one of those days. So I'm going to go enjoy it.
All right. Again, them Southern goodbyes, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to end it before I go off on another rant?
As always, work hard, stay humble, and love God.
Amen, guys.